I do it, then I'm doing it to death. Oh yeah, I'm influencing the ones that do it best. Oh yeah, started moving with the crew. You got a few, we got a slew. We trying to do what they said that we couldn't do.
Baseball on the Lake Shore. As we welcome you to Hope College Baseball, the home opener here on a windy but sunny day here at Bowie Stadium on the campus of Hope College, where the Flying Dutchmen are hosting the Spartans of Manchester. Second straight year that they have played each other in non-conference action. Glad to have you along on this Tuesday afternoon. I am Mike Coleman to call the action here on this natural turf stadium on a beautiful day today. Wind blowing out to right field, pretty brisk, up to 25 mile an hour. It's going to be around 38 degrees for game time. Feels like 28 as the players and coaches and the umpires are bundled up, and the fans as well. But we will have baseball. It will be dry today as we welcome the Spartans. Spartans come in at 10-7. The hard-hitting group, hitting .341 as a team and a really good ERA of 4.75, taking on a home team batting .272 as a team and an ERA of 9.66. As Hope comes in at 5-13, had a little rough finish stretch down in Clermont, Florida, as they've lost 4 straight, and it's been a tough road for them. A young team under first-year head coach Ryan Doro. Ryan Doro played his college baseball at Adrian, was drafted by the Texas Rangers, had some time with the big club, veteran minor leaguer, but now he's in his first year taking over for Stu Fritz, longtime head coach for this Hope College baseball program. It's exciting times for Ryan and the team, and we'll get to the starting lineups in just a moment as the players for Hope defensively in really sharp orange jerseys today with the white pants getting set in the starting lineups. We'll get to those as Tom Davilar, our PA announcer, calling it on this day. So after a lot of baseball in Indiana and a lot in Florida, Hope College now at home, as we'll play right to the end of April. So we'll have the national anthem. We'll keep it here. I'll mic off, and we'll have our nation's anthem and the starting lineups right after this on the Hope Sports Network.
Singing our national anthem is performed by friend of the program, Mr. Lee Greenwood.
Our nation's anthem on this Tuesday afternoon is, let's take a look at the visiting Manchester Spartans out of the HCAC Conference under 29th year head coach Rick Esposette. He's been here a long time, 650-plus victories. As the Manchester Spartans will have Gavin Gleason, the catcher, lead off batting first. Batting second in left field is Max Horner. Batting third, the first baseman, Joel Kennedy. Cleanup, DH, Rocco Haynes. Vian Mariani will play second base. He'll bat fifth. Batting sixth at shortstop is Bo Kaler. Owen Ritchie At the hot corner, third base in the 7th slot. Batting 8th in right field is Mitchell Cobb, and Michael Dirkman, the center fielder, will bat 9th against Aaron Price. Aaron Price, a freshman out of Canton, Michigan, a left-hander, making his first start of the season, 1-0 with a 5.87. 7 2/3 innings pitched, a good control pitcher and a good power pitcher, just 2.5 walks per 9 and averaging 10 strikeouts per 9. Hits per 9 have been a challenge for him, giving up 15 per 9 innings of work, but a very promising left-hander for a very young squad for Ryan Doro in his first season as head coach. As we look at the defense for the Flying Dutchman, Al Money will be at third base. Shortstop will be Carter Perry. Second baseman, Elliot Peter. Kate Seabaugh will be at first this afternoon. The outfield left to right is Corbin Bennett, Jace DeMann, and Brendan Collins. And the DH will be Colton Kinney. And leading things off will be Gavin Gleason. 311 average, 3 home runs, 11 RBI for the leadoff hitter. Catcher, you don't often see catchers leading things off, but that's how Manchester has it today. It'll be Gleason, Horner, and Kennedy. Really solid offense. As they average over 7 runs per game. First pitch by Price. We are underway, low and away. Temperature at game time, 38 degrees. Feels like 28 with a wind chill. Everybody layered up beneath us, the fans most in sun, some hanging out in the shade. There's a strike call. Home plate umpire Kevin McNeese. Infield umpire Malik Baker. Shortstop Perry deep. The 1-1. Low and away. A lot of new starters on this roster for Hope this year. Kate Seabaugh at first. All-conference player returns. Al Money, he's been a fixture at the hot corner for several seasons now. Brendan Collins in right. He'll play left field or right field. New catcher, Ben Stratman, behind the plate. And low and away, first batter is on. Well, we talked about the good control by Aaron Price, and he promptly walks Gleason to lead things off. 1 on, nobody out for Max Horner. 341 average for the Spartans. They're in their gray top today. Pinstripe pants. A team that likes to run and a team that they feel can run on hope. Short lead at first. High off speeds in for a strike. And this type of weather, cold, windy, breaking pitches a little bit more difficult than fastballs at this time of the year. Hope and double play depth. They've turned 27 double plays in 17 games this year. Check that, 18 games. Certainly capable. Another curveball inside, backs away Horner. Fastball over but low. Swing and a miss through a fastball. Evens a count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outfield a normal depth. Straightaway in center field is DeMann. Power alley out to left field at 385. Going upstairs, climbing the ladder. Nice pitch, a little off by Price and swinging through his Horner as he strikes out. One gone for a big bat and Joel Kennedy. Big numbers, 449 average, 4 home run, 13 RBI. All conference last year in the HCAC. Big number 45 out of Moreland, Indiana, Monroe Central High School. Keeps that bat tight to his chest. Hands are low. First one misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Leadoff walk to Gavin Gleason. He's at first. Hugged closely by Seabaugh. Short lead. Now Price delivers. Big time power in this Spartan lineup, 483 slugging percentage. All you need to know about that is that's an impressive number. Off speed, lifted right field. Collins gives chase, foul territory, and we'll catch up with that one. Bright sunshine, wind coming in from left field to right as our Hope flag and our nation's flag prominently displayed over the scoreboard over the 385 sign. 330 down the left field line as well as a right field line. 355 is a short alley to right center. Not quite sure where straightaway center is. We don't have a distance on that. Lefty on righty. Taken all the way as Kennedy for a strike. Three straight right-handed bats to greet Aaron Price, the freshman out of Canton, Michigan, in his first start. Last outing against the University of Chicago in relief, went 2 1/3, just 1 earned run, 5 hits, didn't walk anybody and struck out 4. Kennedy is a big boy. It's going to take something to punch one out over left field today. Kennedy certainly has the power. Fly ball, left center field giving chase. And Wynn picking up that one, but at the warning track, a really nice play as Demand chases that one down, just a long out for Kennedy. After a quick walk, 2 straight outs, and that'll leave it up to the cleanup hitter, Rocco Haynes. Nice play by Demand in center field. Sun off our right shoulder, right in the faces of the outfielders especially, and the infielders, of course, but more fly ball opportunities out to the outfield. Off speed over but high. We've seen a fastball, we've seen a slider, we've seen the off speed from Price as he works the left side of the rubber. Close stance, deep stance, bat high overhead for Rocco Haynes. Late swing might have fooled him. The 1-1. Inside, missed on a fastball. 2 gone, man on first. Play 9 innings today. Manchester took the game in Indiana last year 10-8. They've had a short, brief history. That one lifted right side. Seabaugh. High pop. Wynn's going to deliver that one over the batting cage to the right. Keeps the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-2 the count. Check that. On deck is Mariani, the second baseman. Haynes, 422 average, 3 home run, 20 RBI. Well, the power is there. 15 home runs for the Spartans in 17 games. Pretty good numbers. Those seem to increase as the weather gets warmer. Heading down to second, not drawing the throw, as Gleason checks in and puts himself in scoring position. We'll see if Haynes can get the big hit. Leads the team with 20 RBI. Quiet stance from the right side. Upright stance as well. As the second baseman, Peter trying to shade the bag. Price looks, delivers. Another foul right side. Good battle going on here in the top of the first. No score. Money with his throwing hand in his pocket at third for Hope. It's chilly. Most everybody with long sleeves except for Seabaugh. He's got it cut off at the elbows. Payoff pitch. Little humpback liner fielded by the second baseman. And Manchester's retired. No runs, no hits, 1 left. We played a half inning. When we come back, Hope will get their first bat of the game. No score here on the Lakeshore.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget Louis the Lightkeeper to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
Bottom half of the first inning for the Flying Dutchman. They will face the right-handed slants of Jackson Tudor, 0-1 with a 9.00 ERA, making his third start of the year. His last outing was against Calvin at Calvin University. Went one inning in a no decision as Manchester took that game. So Tudor will face the starting nine for Coach Doro. Al Money will lead things off. He'll be at the first base or the third base slot today. Colton Kenny, the DH, the freshman, batting second. Batting third, first baseman Cade Seabaugh. Ben Stratman doing the catching. He'll do cleanup. Corbin Bennett in left field batting fifth. Jace DeMann batting sixth. In center field, Elliot Peter, second baseman in the seventh slot. Batting eighth, right fielder Brendan Collins, and Carter Perry, the shortstop, will bat ninth against Tudor. Looking at Tudor's numbers, low strikeout, high walk ratio for this junior out of Homestead High School in Fort Wayne. So we'll take on Al Money to lead things off. Money, good season so far. Batted over 300 last year. 286 average, no home runs, 10 RBI. He's had a nice career, third baseman. There's a righty on righty, and Tudor working out of the stretch position. Gets a strike on his first offering. Manchester threatened, did not score in the top half of the first, and that sidearm delivery by Tudor kind of Kent Tukolvy-ish. If you remember that name, you're probably drawing Social Security. Fly ball left field. Don't worry, I'm in my third month of receiving checks, so you're preaching the choir. Big turn by Money. Halfway down to second, and he put on the Jets, but a solid base hit by Money into left field. Went on, nobody out. That'll bring up Colton Kinney. Boy, Kinney's been a nice addition. Kinney, the freshman out of Birmingham Seaholm. He's a transfer out of Western Michigan. And his brother, Grandin, on the ball club as well, freshman. He's put up big numbers so far, 346 average. That one to the shortstop, bobbled, and the throw down to first, not in time. That was a funky hop to the shortstop, Kaler. Everybody safe. So Kinney on with a single, back-to-back base hits to face Jackson Tudor, and that'll leave it up to Cade Seabaugh, the lefty in the lineup. First lefty we've seen today. First base side of the rubber, Tudor. Slings it, went a little bit more towards the overhand on that delivery, so we're seeing little different release angles by the junior. Good base running at second base, Money. Shaded by the second baseman, Mariani. Nobody out, chance for Hope to score. Seabaugh with that unique stance as he stares at a strike. Almost like he's in a squat, that right foot almost behind that left foot. Open stance from the left side. Trying to protect the plate on the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Took something off. Nice strikeout by Tudor as he got a big bat for the number one out in the bottom of the first. Ben Stratton, the senior out of Ann Arbor Pioneer, he has really just kind of patiently bided his time, and he's making the most of his starting opportunity as senior campaign betting .452. And a chance to drive in some runs. He's brought in 4 on the year. There's the strike called. Stratman just 19 at-bats through the first 3 seasons. Really a bevy of fine catchers before him. But now he's the everyday catcher, waving a brown bat over the shoulder. 2 on, 1 out for Hope. There's the sidearm outside. Slider misses. Big gap in right center. Slight shade to the left by the center fielder, Dirkman. We'll see if Stratman can yank one. Money on the way. Throw down to third. Head first slide. Safe. Boy, had plenty of time. Stolen base for money. And Seabaugh heads to second as well. I thought he had him dead to rights, but a break for the Flying Dutchman. Runners at second and third. Hit could bring in 2. 6th stolen base of the year for Al Money. That one back on the screen. And for Seabaugh, his 6th. This is a Hope College team that's always been ambitious in the stolen base department. .27 for 33 coming in. That's 82% success rate. Line drive. That'll get down for a base hit. Money will score. Staying at third will be Seabaugh as that ball got out to the center fielder, Dirkman, in a hurry. And how about that? Check that. That's Kinney on third. So Money scores. I said Seabaugh. Kinney was credited with that stolen base. And the RBI for Stratman. Give him RBI number 5. Runners at the corner, still only 1 out. So 3 singles and a strikeout as Corbin Bennett's to the plate. He's got a home run this year, wearing number 4. Bennett's from Jenison, Michigan, right down the road. The freshman, a lot of newbies on this lineup and on this roster for Coach Doro. That one well hit. Left field going back as Horner's still reaching back, and he has enough room to haul it in. But that'll get the run home as a sacrifice fly by Bennett brings home Kinney, and 2 in the books for the Flying Dutchman in the bottom of the first. Nice piece of hitting by Bennett. 13th RBI of the year. Stratman stays at first. And that'll leave it up to Jace DeMann. Nice start for Jace DeMann, 15 games, all starts, .326 average, looking for his first home run, but had some pop in his bat with 3 doubles and a triple, 9 RBI. Ground ball chopped, backhanded play by the third baseman, the long heave to first, and that's going to be a foul ball. Nice gather by Ritchie at third. All the Spartans on the infield are wearing hoodies. Manchester, Indiana, just west of Fort Wayne. 2 gone, 2-0 Hope. Ground ball right side. Touch of the bag, inning is over, and Hope is retired, but not before adding 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 left. We've played 1, 2-0 Flying Dutchman. Spartans come to bat when we come back on the Hope Sports Network.
Holland BPW is proud to support Hope Athletics and commitment to energy efficiency. It's easy for Holland BPW electric customers to get started with Home Energy 101 at hollandenergyfund.com. With Home Energy 101, learn the best ways to maximize efficiency and save on your utility bills. You also get a kit of energy-saving supplies valued at up to $300. Get started at hollandenergyfund.com today.
Hope students are challenged to dig deeper. They're challenged to find their calling and shape their future. They're taught to empower their talents, chase their dreams, and encouraged to make a difference. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
Looking at the MIAA standings today, no conference games have played, but Kalamazoo Hornets rule the roost so far with a 12-4 record overall. Adrian 8-9 and Trine at 6-7. Hope down in 7th place with a 5-13 record. Hope favored third in the preseason poll. Adrian favored to win. Kalamazoo favored to finish second. So we'll see what develops once we get to conference play. I believe some MIAA games in action today on this chilly afternoon. We'll get to those when we get a moment. It'll be Mariani, Kaler, Ritchie to face the left-hander Aaron Price. Nice first inning by Price, a leadoff walk and nothing else. Hope leads 2-0 as the off-speed drops in for a strike. Nice pitch to Mariani, batting .364. There's not a batting average under .311 in the first 5 of the lineup. And it tails off a little bit. There's another slider in for a strike as Price pours it in. Money tight at third, back deep. Outfield straight up on the 0-2. Waste pitch trying to get to bite. Mariani he's got a balaclava covering his face and nose. It's a chilly day. Off speed, lifted into center field. That one could be trouble, but hanging up in the air and a nice play by DeMann as he hauls it in for out number 1. Good wheels by the center fielder for Hope. Shortstop Bo Kaler will come up. Kaler out of Elkhart, Indiana, the sophomore. Predominantly a shortstop. He can fill in second base as well. He looks at a strike at the belt. Strike 1. Price keeping it around the plate in his second inning of work. After that leadoff walk, he was all business. There's another strike. 5 straight strikes poured in by the freshman Aaron Price. His first start at the collegiate level, and he works quickly. Slider misses inside. Long look and the 1-2. Big floater. A little bit of a delayed call. Two fouled away. Action today, we have one final. Augustana, Illinois hosting the Kalamazoo Hornets, and the Hornets take one on the road, 6-5. That was down in Florida today. Might be a little more temperate than it is here. Trying to hosting Ohio Northern. That's in Angola, Indiana. That's a 4 o'clock start. As Trine in third place in the MIAA. Off speed makes it full. The payoff pitch. Straight fastball, right side of the infield. Big time sun as right fielder Collins comes in, makes a nice play for out number 2. Well, Price just challenged Kaler with the fastball. 5 straight have been retired by Price since the leadoff walk, and that'll bring up Owen Ritchie. Just a couple of RBIs for Owen Ritchie out of Kendallville, Indiana, East Noble High School. He's a sophomore. He stares at a strike. Offense has been tough to come by for Hope the last several games. They've been outscored 56-16 in the last 4 as they had a rough stretch in the finale of their Florida trip, but off quickly with 2 runs in the bottom of the first. Good start. enjoying their first home game of the year. Lefty delivers, low and inside. Two balls, one strike. High and inside. Bright sunshine all over the scoreboard out in left center. Makes it a little bit difficult to see the strikes and ball count. 3-1 currently. 2 outs here in the top of the second. 2-0 Hope. Manchester looking for their first base hit. That one, the fly ball. Shallow right field. Collins comes in, loses his cap, and makes his second straight grab. 3 up and 3 down. 6 have been retired by the Hope defense. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Hope will come to bat leading 2-0 here at Bowie Stadium. At Hope. We'll be right back on the Hope Sports Network.
Our students act as beacons of hope for their community. They lead with courage, conviction, patience, and strength. They're ready to change the world.
Seven, 8, and a 9 hitters lined up in the bottom of the second inning for the Flying Dutchman. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Hope. No runs, no hits, no errors for Manchester. Both teams have left one on the base pass as Jackson Tudor, the junior out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, will line up his second inning of work. Hope with 2 home games this week, of course, today. And then this Friday, they take on their first MIAA opponent, Trine University, who's in action today. That'll be a 4 o'clock start instead of 3 right here at Bowie Stadium. If you cannot come in person, you can always check it out on the Hope Sports Network. Here's Elliot Peter, 298 for the second baseman. That one to the right side towards the Manchester dugout, out of play. 0-1 on the second baseman. Peter, Collins, and Perry to greet Tudor here in the bottom half of the second inning. Peter out of Zionsville, Indiana. Fastball popped up right side, high in the air. Trouble. Nice grab by Mariani at second. Kind of in no man's land as the first baseman Kennedy gave chase. Cobb in right field gave chase. Nice play. One up, one down for Brendan Collins. Collins, the junior out of Kalamazoo Hackett Catholic. He's been steady Eddie the last couple years. Trying to get the batting average up early on as he chases a high pitch. Collins, 278 2 years ago, 279 last year. Comes into this one at 171. Does have 5 RBI as the wind continues to blow out to right center. That one chopped sharply foul left side. Middle of the infield deep. Corners are deep as well. Waste pitch outside. Collins looking for his first extra base hit of the year. Snared. Nice play by Tudor. Got him on the hands. Nice play by the pitcher. 2 gone. Now leave it up to the shortstop, Carter Perry. Perry, a freshman out of Grand Rapids West Catholic, and Perry making his 7th start of the year. First pitch hitting into center field. Queuing that one up and knocking it down is Dirkman. 1-2-3 inning. Tudor responds after giving up 2 runs in the first. 2 in the books. 2-0 Hope. Top of the third when we come back on the Hope Sports Network.
Sports, like healthcare, requires commitment, teamwork, and excellence. That's why Hope College selected Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics to provide athletic training and physical therapy for all Hope College athletes. Get the care you deserve. Trust the team that exceeds expectations. The Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics Sports Medicine Collaborative.
Aaron Price working his 3rd inning in his first start of the year. He's thrown 37 pitches, given up just 1 walk, and he's had 1 strikeout to his tally. As Mitchell Cobb, Michael Dirkman, and Gavin Gleason, 8-9-1 in the lineup for Rick Espizet in his 29th season as the head coach for the Spartans. Favored 8th out of 10 teams in the HCAC, Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. A lot of action in various sports between the 2 conferences, the HCAC and the MIAA. Hope men's basketball took on Manchester this year. Shallow fly ball. Trouble, sliding grab by Demand. Did he get it? He did. Avoiding the collision as the shortstop, Perry, took a slide. Demand took a slide. Nice play by the Hope defense. Robbing a base hit from Cobb. And for a team that has 46 errors coming into this game in 18 games for the Flying Dutchman, that was a nice play. As the home plate umpire and the head coach, Rick Espizet, talked things over. Espizet manning the 3rd base coach's box. Kevin McNeese, the home plate umpire today. And Malik Baker, 20 feet back of first base down the right side. 1 up, 1 down. Bottom of the order, Michael Dirkman. Pretty good numbers for the number 9 hitters. He swings through a fastball. 313, no home runs, 9 RBI. Dirkman out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Pretty young lineup for Manchester. 10-7 coming in as Price misses with the off speed. Gleason, the only base runner for Manchester. Leadoff walk on 5 pitches to start things off. He was stranded at second after stealing the base. That one into right field. Playable for Collins. Makes the grab for out number 2.
Back to the top of the order, number 26, Gavin Gleason.
2 gone for the top of the order. Fastball in the dirt. Two gone for the Spartans. Horner on deck. Gleason at the plate. Bat over the shoulder. There's a strike. Nice pitch on the inside part of the plate. Spartans looking for their first base hit of the day. We're in the top of the third. Nice drop down, 12-6 curveball. As Price, the freshman, mixing his pitch as well. Hope lost a lot of starting pitchers last year. From last year, I should say. That one over but low. Hope went 22-20. They had a nice MIAA tournament run. After losing the first game, they won 2 straight and then lost to Adrian in the MIAA tournament game. That was Coach Stu Fritz's final game, 1,164 games. And there's a base hit with 2 outs. Seeing eye single up the middle for Gleason. He's been on twice. 2 gone for the left fielder, Max Horner. Hope 2, Spartans nothing. Hope with both their runs in the bottom half of the first on a Ben Stratman single and a Corbin Bennett sacrifice fly. Fastball gets away from the catcher Stratman into second base is Gleason with ease. It'll be a wild pitch against Price. Puts a runner in scoring position. Tying run at the plate here in the top of the third from Hope College. Boovie Stadium, the site. Fastball, foul play right side. Hope women's softball team was scheduled to play Cornerstone today, just off to our left. You can see the first base dugout off to our left out of the press box here. But that doubleheader was canceled today, so that would have been Hope women's softball's home opener as well, but they'll have to wait. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, man at second. Fly ball straight away center field. Demand chasing, drifting, and he lost it. Lost it in the sun, it looks like. Into score comes Gleason. Pulling up to second base is Horner, and Manchester on the board with their first run. That'll be a double for Horner. RBI number 12. And we're going to have a pitching change with 2 out in the third. Back-to-back base hits off Aaron Price as he will inherit the runner at second. Gave up just 2 hits and 2 1/3. Looks like the new pitcher will be Steve Jorgens, the freshman out of Macomb, Michigan. Big, tall right-hander. So Price's day is done. We'll get his final tally. Jorgens wearing number 15. Get some numbers on him. So Aaron Price making his first start of the year for the Flying Dutchman, first of his career, and gives way to Jorgens. Steve Jorgens, 4th appearance. He's made 1 start on the year. No record with an ERA of 11-12, 5 2/3 pitched, 4 hits, 7 earned runs, 7 walks, and 11 strikeouts. So a power pitcher for sure. Opponents batting just 190 off this hard-throwing right-hander. Control has been an issue for the freshman, as he'll inherit a runner at second base. RBI double by Max Horner with 2 straight outs in this third inning. Has cut Hope's lead in half, 2-1. And a dangerous hitter at the plate in Joel Kennedy.
Attention please, now on the pitch for Hope College, number 15, Stephen Jorgens. Now batting for Manchester, number 45, Joel Kennedy.
So 9 right-handed bats in the lineup for Manchester against the lefty Price, and now the right-hander Jorgens from the set position. Delivers a curveball off the catcher Stratman and easily into third on the wild pitch is Horner, tying run at third base. Kennedy, 5 multi-hit games in his last 6. 13 for his last 25. Strike at the corner. Good pitch by Jorgens. Powers in a fastball. All-conference player last year, Kennedy. Went 4 for 6 against Calvin on March 19th. (13 RBI in 17 games for Kennedy, tacking on 4 home runs. Flied out to center field his only time up. First hits of the game for Manchester have come in this inning. Single and a double have scored a run. Man on third with 2 outs. Low and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. Kennedy chases an outside pitch. Well, starter by committee today for head coach Ryan Doro is Price trying to get through the 3rd inning. Back-to-back hits chased him out, and now Jorgens trying to close him out for the Dutchman. Fastball. Kennedy caught looking. Straight heater. I'm not sure what he was looking for, but big out as Jorgens comes on and retires Manchester in the 3rd. We'll have the final numbers for Aaron Price when we come back. Hope leads 2-1. They'll bat in the bottom half of this inning when we come back on the Hope Sports Network.
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
Top of the order for Hope to face starting pitcher Jackson Tudor, the junior out of Fort Wayne. Tudor's gone 2 innings, giving up 3 singles, all in the 1st inning. A couple earned runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. And this his 3rd start of the year. Looking to even his record at 1-1. Came in with an ERA of 9. Settled down after that 1st inning and retired the side in the bottom half of the 2nd. It'll be Money, Kinney, and Seabaugh. Eastbound and down for Al Money. His theme song, his walk-up song. Bunt, and a good one. Charging, Richie at 3rd, tries to barehand. Got him at 1st. I don't know, Coach. Well, that one was close. Al Money, and a nice play by Richie, is cut down at first base on a good bunt attempt. That will bring up Colton Kinney, the freshman. The Western Michigan University transfer had a single and a run scored back in the 1st inning, improving on his .346 average coming in. Looks at a curveball on the inside part of the plate. Generous plate today for Home plate umpire Kevin McNeese on a cold day. Inside, infield deep, at short, at second, respectively. Outfield straight up for Kinney as he fouls one back right side. A little shake of the head by Kinney. I think he had a pitch he wanted to draw a beat on, and he missed it. Really hugs that plate from the right side. 0-2. Does well not chasing an outside heater. Seba on deck. Went out in the third. Hope leads 2-1. Fly ball, right center. Going back is Cobb. Still going back. Reaches up, and it's off his glove. Off the fence in right field. Rounding second, motoring to third. Here's a play at third, and Kinney is safe with a slide. As got caught up in the Gulf Stream, and Cobb could not come down with it. And Kinney with an extra base hit. For the Flying Dutchman, their fourth triple of the year. Kinney having a 2-for-2 day. Nobody out for Kate Seba. Grounder right side. Play at the plate. Here comes Kinney, and he is cut down. As the play goes, Mariani to Gleason. Seba on first with a fielder's choice. Play goes 4-2. Disappointing. 2 gone for Ben Stratman. By the way, first triple of the season for Kinney. And he is out at first. And now first pitch offering. Stratman takes one off the left thigh. Hit by pitch. Something that Hope has done very well over the years. 38 times they've been hit by a pitch. And now Stratman will take first. Seba goes to second. Runners in scoring position for Corbin Bennett's sacrifice fly back in the first. Gave Hope a 2-0 lead. 13 RBI for Bennett. Eleventh time that Stratman has been hit by a pitch this year. Incredible. Playing in his 12th game. Short lead at second. Fly ball center field, playable. Going in, nice play as Dirkman had to go to his knees to haul in the line drive. Bennett hits it sharply, but right at the center fielder. 3 left on the base pass. 1 out triple by Kinney, and nothing else. Hope leads 2-1. 3 in the books. We'll be right back.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget Louis the Lightkeeper to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
Home opener for the Flying Dutchman. So far, so good. As they lead 2-1, we go to the 4th inning here at Bowie Stadium on the campus of Hope College. I'm Mike Coleman calling the action, along with our fine broadcast crew on this Tuesday. Hope comes in at 5-13. They've lost 4 straight, but good to be home after the Florida trip, taking on a 10-7 Manchester Spartans team. I want to welcome everybody checking into the broadcast today. Rocco Haynes to the plate. The DH today for Manchester, 0 for 1. 2-4-0 for Hope College. 1-2-0 for Manchester is that one outside. Steve Jorgens took over for Aaron Price. And the starter for Hope, Price, he went 2 1/3, gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, had a walk and a strikeout before he was replaced by Jorgens. Lefty for the right-hander. That one, little inside cheese, backs away Haynes. Slider and a good one. Catches the outside part of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Perry completely on the grass at shortstop. Now he comes in a step. Slow grounder. Nice play by Peter at second. Throw to Seabaugh for first. Weak contact by a good contact hitter in Haynes. 1 up and 1 down. Vian Mariani, the second baseman, lined out sharply his first time up. Came into the game with a .364 average. This is a high-powered offense for Manchester. On-base percentage of .428. Slugging percentage, like we mentioned back in the first inning, in the top 10% of D3 baseball coming into today's play. Nice pitch at the knees. Freshman Jorgens out of Macomb, Michigan. Nice work so far, working first base side of the rubber. Big high leg kick and the curveball over but low. Outfield straight up. Bennett's a little shallow in left. Collins not so much in right. Back deep. Wind blowing out in his direction out to right field. There's a nice strike taken all the way on the fastball. Is Mariani. Kaler on deck. One strikeout for Jorgens. Little check swing right side out of play. So Hope will be in action this Friday against Trine. Trine in action today at 4 o'clock. We'll get an update there. High in the air right side, Collins drifting to his left. Reaches up at the last minute and hauls it in for out number 2. Fly ball's an adventure here today at Boovie Stadium. And that'll leave it up to Kaler, the shortstop. High bat by Kaler lifts it foul over us. Manchester 10-7, like we said. They've already played 4 conference games in the HCAC. They're 2-2. And 2-2 away from their home turf, where they are 4-1. They've had 8 neutral games. This time, a lot of Midwest teams will play in Kentucky, Indiana, Florida. Two strikes quickly on Kaler. Jorgens with another curveball. That's a sharp late breaker by the freshman. Seabaugh blowing into his right hand, trying to stay warm down at first base. Money with his hand in his pocket down at third before the pitch. Nice effort by Stratman, the catcher, trying to frame that one, but not so much, says the home plate umpire. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hope leads this one 2-1. We're in the top of the 4th. Check swing, foul. Jorgens came on in the 3rd inning after back-to-back hits brought a run home for Manchester. They averaged 7.5 runs per game and 13 hits per 9. That's, like we said, offense is for real. The 2-2. Curveball in the dirt, swing and a miss, and Stratman Taps a runner with the baseball. 3 up, 3 down. Nice inning by the freshman, Jorgens. Nothing to show for it. Bottom of the fourth coming up. Hope leads 2-1. We'll be right back.
Holland BPW is proud to support Hope Athletics and commitment to energy efficiency. It's easy for Holland BPW electric customers to get started with Home Energy 101 at hollandenergyfund.com. With Home Energy 101, learn the best ways to maximize efficiency and save on your utility bills. You also get a kit of energy-saving supplies valued at up to $300. Get started at hollandenergyfund.com today.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget Louis the Lightkeeper to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Tudor on the mound, the starter for Manchester. He's gone all the way so far. Really settled in after giving up 2 runs and 3 hits in the first inning. He's given up just 1 hit since. That was a triple back in the third by Colton Kinney. He was cut down on a plate on the ensuing ground ball. Hope their first conference game this Friday against Trine here at Boovie Stadium at 4 o'clock, and then they'll be at Trine on Saturday for a doubleheader. But then next week, 2 here for the Flying Dutchman. Wednesday, April 2nd, against a really good Kalamazoo College team. That's a 4 o'clock start. And then the Elma Scots favored 4th in the MIAA this year. That's a 4 o'clock start as well on Friday, April 4th. Hope you can join us for those, if not in person. First pitch, swinging his demand, high chopper to the second baseman, and a wild throw. And demand is safe. Mariani had him, but a wild throw. Puts a runner at first with no out. 5th error of the year for Mariani. That'll bring up Elliot Peter, the second baseman. Last time up, he lifted a strange pop fly into right center field as Mariani had to chase it down. It was a great play by the second baseman. Showing bunt, trying to sacrifice, and Tudor underhand toss to first. Sacrifice works nicely. 13th of the year for the Flying Dutchman. Puts a runner in scoring position with 1 out for Brendan Collins.
Number 16, Brendan Collins.
Collins line to the pitcher, his first time up. Jackson Tudor's pitch count on the stat system on the laptop shows him with 27. That's pretty impressive as a fly ball into right field, not deep. Tagging, though, is Demand at third, and he's going to make it with ease. Good wheels by the center fielder. As Collins just enough of a fly ball to get his teammate to third. 2 gone. We'll see if Perry can bring Demand home, try to add to the 2-1 lead. Couple of RBI for the shortstop. Came in with a batting average of 105. Product of West Catholic. Swing and a miss. High fastball chasing. Another fastball this time Perry stays off. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2-4-0 for Hope. 1-2-1 for the Spartans of Manchester. Wind blowing out still as high and tight. Pretty steady out to right center. Gusts up to 25. We will take cold and dry. We've had some openers, and especially the first week. Rain, hail, snow, a little bit of everything. Cancellations. Not today. Tudor's been able to get Perry to bite on 2 heaters up the ladder. Now he's got the 2-2 count. outside. Perry works it full. Good early action for Perry in his college career, making his 7th start. Wave of the bat on the 3-2. Lifts it into left field. Well hit. Going back as Horner got a late start, drifting towards the line. That one probably held up a little bit. As Hope strands a runner at third, they've left 4 on the base pass. They'll take a 2-1 lead into the top of the 5th inning right here on this Hope Sports Network.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget Louis the Lightkeeper to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
Sports.
Top of the 5th inning, Manchester to bat trailing 2-1. In case you joined us, RBI single, just joined us, RBI single by Ben Stratman for Hope in the 1st inning with 1 out. And then following a sacrifice fly by Corbin Bennett brought Al Money and Colton Kinney home with Hope's 2 runs in the game. And then Manchester responded with an RBI double by Max Horner back in their 3rd inning. One of their 2 hits in the baseball game. It'll be Ritchie, Cobb, and Dirkman, 7, 8, 9 in the lineup here in the top of the 5th inning. Good relief effort so far by Steve Jorgens. Came on in the 3rd. That one well hit. Going back is Bennett's. Now he turns and faces and makes the grab. Looks like left fielders where good fly balls well hit have gone to die so far today. That one hit sharply. 1 pitch went out. That'll bring up Mitchell Cobb. Cobb out of Pendleton, Indiana, the senior. Turns away from a fastball inside corner, but called a strike. 0-1 for Cobb. Flew out to shallow center field his lone time up. Dirkman on deck for the Spartans. So far, Hope pitching has held a good offense in check. Leaning into that one, not in taking. Strike called, 0-2. 1 gone in the 5th. Well, the drop-down curve by Jorgens has been effective. Doubling that up with a pretty good fastball as well. Long look in from his catcher Stratman. 1-2. Just outside. The 2-2. 3 straight balls have made the count full. Well, pitching has been tough for the Flying Dutchman. An ERA of over 10 in their last 4 games. They come in with a 4-game losing streak as that one fouled off on the full count pitch. But so far, so good. It's been a nice tandem. Aaron Price in his first start went almost 3, 2 1/3 to be exact. Pitched very effectively. And Jorgens has done well out of the bullpen. No bullpen action for Hope off to our left. 3-2 pitch. That one into right field. That one will get down as Collins caught in no man's land. And Cobb, credit with an 0-2 count, fought things off, and he has a one-out single. Third hit of the game for Manchester. Center fielder Michael Dirkman. Homestead High School out of Fort Wayne. Hope has enjoyed a few players from that high school over the years, especially in some basketball. And that one hits the back of Dirkman. Curveball that got away from Hope's Jorgens. And that's what we talked about. Sometimes the grip's tough on a day like today. And Jorgens' first real jam of the game comes with one out in the fifth inning. And that'll prompt activity in the bullpen for the Flying Dutchman. And a meeting on the mound. And the top of the order, probably one of the most impressive lineups that we will see all season. And Gavin Gleason, he's been on base twice with a walk and a single and a run scored. It's been a tough out. We'll step to the plate with one out and runners at first and second. Tying run at second base, 2-1 Hope with the lead. Jorgens has thrown 29 pitches so far today. Right-hander warming up in Hope's bullpen as Jorgens backs away. Good speed on the base pass for the Spartans. Fastball, inside corner, strike called. Gleason came in with a .311 average. Cobb dancing on second. Fastball over but low. Gap on the right side is Peter, the second baseman for Hope, trying to keep Cobb honest at second. Gleason 6 doubles on the year, 3 home run, 11 RBI. Can draw the walk. He's tied with Max Horner for team lead in 10 walks, and now that one gets through the middle of the infield. Cobb safe at third. Safe at second is Dirkman. So an error on Jorgens on the throw. Cobb at third gets credit for a stolen base. Still only one out. Hit could score 2. High and tight as Money and Seabaugh in a little bit on the corners. Infield pinched up the middle. Outfield straight up for Gleason. The heart of the order coming up. Error number 47 on the year for the Flying Dutchman. They average 2.5 per 9. Foul straight back to the screen. Boy, he got a good pitch to hit. Gleason just got underneath it. 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Max Horner. 11 home runs combined in the first 4 in this lineup for Manchester. Cobb at second. Cobb at third, Dirkman at second, and now Gleason will draw a full count walk. Oh, check that. Called him out. Check that. I stand corrected. Big out pitch by Jorgens. Gleason not terribly happy with that one. Second strikeout of the day for Jorgens. We talked about he's a power pitcher, 9.5 strikeouts per 9 innings of work. That'll leave it up to Max Horner. He had an RBI double, bringing in the lone run for the Spartans back in the third. 1 for 2. Struck out in the first. Struck out swinging. Chance for Hope to really get out of a jam. Chopper up the middle. Fielded by Perry. Throw to first. Wildly to first. He had time as he had to muscle it. And 2-run score. That's going to be an error on Perry. As Cobb comes in from third, Dirkman comes in from second. Phenomenal stop by Perry, though, up the middle. Just couldn't get the throw down. And the Spartans take the lead 3-2. So the error on Perry, Horner takes second on the throwing error and a chance for Kennedy to add to the lead. Struck out swinging back in the third. That was a big out to close out the third inning. 0 for 2 for Kennedy. Talked about his 5 multi-hit games in his last 6. He does not goose egg much. Fastball ripped into left center field up against a fence. That'll bring a run home as Horner comes around. An absolute rocket by Kennedy for his 14th RBI of the year, his 5th double. And Manchester breaks it open here in the 5th. They lead 4-2. All with 2 out. Throwing error and a double. That'll be the end of the day for Steve Jorgen. Saw some good things from the freshman, as he'll check out with 2 outs in the 5th inning. And we'll get a new pitcher for the Flying Dutchman. One of the few guys today without a long sleeve shirt underneath the jersey today. It's going to be a right-handed pitcher, this we know. It's going to be Nick Bender, the junior out of Caledonia, former Caledonia Scot. So Bender will take over for Jorgen's 3rd pitcher used for Ryan Doro today. Bender with a 2-0 record, 7.20 ERA. His 5th appearance of the year. Second, he's had 1 start on the year. Bender's gone 10 innings, 9 hits, 8 earned runs, 11 walks in those 10 innings, and 8 strikeouts. Opponents batting .243 off Bender. Big, tall right-hander. As Kennedy at second. 3 in the books for Manchester after 1 in the 3rd. Hope had the early 2-0 lead on 3 straight singles back in the 1st inning, but Manchester has pulled away. Two errors in the inning for Hope has not helped their cause either. See if we can get some updated scores going on in the MIAA today. Kalamazoo, we know, a winner on the road against Augustana today. Against the Vikings of Augustana. Trying in action today.
Attention, please. Now on the pitch for Hope College, number 25, Nick Bender. Bender now pitching.
Bender will face Rocco Haynes. 0 for 2 for Haynes, came in with a .422 average. So trying to run the gauntlet. Tough part of the lineup, if you're a Hope pitcher, is a slider in for a strike. Trying hosting Ohio Northern today, 4 o'clock start down in Angola. That one just underway. Team will face Friday Ohio Northern with an early 3-0 lead after 1 inning of play at Trine. That one just reach out with the bat. Perry sets, fires, and the inning is over. Not before Manchester with some damage. 3 runs, all unearned. 3 runs, 2 hits, 2 left on base. 4-2, Spartans over the Flying Dutchman. We're going to the bottom of the 5th right after this.
Requires commitment, teamwork, and excellence. That's why Hope College selected Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics to provide athletic training and physical therapy for all Hope College athletes. Get the care you deserve. Trust the team that exceeds expectations. The Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics Sports Medicine Collaborative.
Well, the Flying Dutchman with some work to do, as it will face Tudor for the 5th inning. After a rough first inning, Jackson Tudor, the junior, has settled down nicely. Money will lead things off for the Flying Dutchman. 1 for 2 for the product of Midland, Michigan. A little bit of Midland representation up in the press box as well. Righty on righty. There's a strike called. Single and a run scored back in the first. Attempted bunt single by Money. In a bang-bang play, chopper down the third base side, Ritchie, Guns, and Money out for the second straight time via Ritchie at third. One gone in the 5th. That'll bring up Colton Kinney. It's been a tough out. Single and a triple run scored for Kinney. Just a freshman. Put up some big numbers, 346 average. Leads the ball club behind Ben Stratman. Stratman at 452, Kinney at 346. 2 for 2 today, 2 of the 4 hits. That one well hit it into center field. Jerp going to go in the back. That one is over the fence, home run, Dutchman. An absolute no-doubter. And Kinney with his 3rd Tater of the year. Solo shot. Closes the gap to 4-3. Well, Kinney just a double away from hitting for the cycle today. We're only in the 5th inning. One gone for Cade Seabaugh. Check swing in for a strike. Seabaugh struck out in the first swinging. Fielder's choice in the 3rd. Came in at 3:02. Now a little time called. It looks like Ryan Doro, the head coach, working the third base coaching box as he's wearing a hard helmet as he talks to Seabaugh. Seabaugh out of Missouri, one of the few athletes that we get at Hope from Missouri. Out of Baldwin, Missouri, Ladue Horton High School. Seabaugh, 7 home runs last year. All conference as a freshman. 5 doubles on the year for Seabaugh, looking for his first home run. 6'4", 200-pound. Open stance facing Jackson Tudor. That one lifted foul out of play left side. That was an all MIAA second team award for Seabaugh last year. Really solid season. 366 average, 7 home runs. '27 RBI in 29 games for Seabaugh. Was a really nice surprise. Slider outside. Five hits for the Flying Dutchman. There's another outside. On deck is Ben Stratman. All five hits for the Dutchman have come in the top four of the order against Jackson Tudor. Ground ball sharply past a diving Mariani at second, and Seabaugh is on with his first base hit of the day. Nice hit, seeing eye to the right side. One out, one on for Ben Stratman. Stratman out of Ann Arbor Pioneer, getting his first starts of his career in a Hope uniform. 1 for 1 on the day. That one fouled back to the screen. Singled in the first, brought a run home, and then he was hit by a pitch back in the third, officially 1 for 1. 6 hits for the Flying Dutchman. Tudor just 44 pitches in 4 1/3, so he's been very economical. Hasn't walked anybody. And for a pitcher who came in averaging 8 walks per 9, he's done the job in that department. 1 strikeout for Tudor. All 3 runs have been earned. Ground ball sharply hit foul left side. The Dutchman capital script across the chest and the orange jerseys today. Righty on righty, 1 out, 1 on, 1 run in, strike called. Stratman caught looking, outside fastball, well, might have been a slider, but in any event, Tudor's second strikeout brings 2 outs in the 5th. That'll leave it up to Corbin Bennett, the left fielder. Little wave of the bat over the right shoulder. There's a sidearm sling through the box, past a diving Mariani. Stopping at second is Seabaugh. That one danced right through the box. Good base hit by Bennett. Took it right up the middle. 3 hits in this 5th inning. Runners at first and second, 2 gone. We'll see what Jace Demand can do. Fielder's choice and reach base on an error by Mariani back in the 4th. We'll see what Hope can do with runners in scoring position. 1 for 5 with 2 outs on the day for Hope in that category. Fastball outside, backhanded stop at the catcher Gleason. .49 pitches, 36 for strikes for Tudor, so you can tell he stayed around the plate. Short lead for Seabaugh at second. That one skips off the catcher Gleason. Fortuitous bounce for the Flying Dutchman. Everybody moves up as Gleason had a dance off his glove. Seabaugh takes third. Bennett takes second. That changes the complexion of this at-bat for Jace Demand. 9 RBI on the season. South Christian High School product. Grew up in Byron Center, the junior. Now a chance to give his team the lead. Taken all the way as a strike. 4-3, Manchester with the lead. 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Manchester. 3-7-2 for the Dutchman. Chance for a big inning. 1 in the books already. Chopper, trouble, charging is the shortstop. Off the glove and 1 run in. That would have been a tough play for Kaler. That's going to be a base hit. Demand does the job. Not hit hard, but Seabaugh comes storming home. Bennett takes third. We got a tie ball game. RBI number 10 for Jace Demand. See if Elliott Peter, the second baseman, can keep things going. Pop up to Mariani at second. And then a sacrifice back in the 4th. 0 for 1 officially. Pitch high and tight, caught the inside edge for Elliott Peter. I believe he is the lone Indiana. I'll check that. 2 Indiana players on the roster for Hope. That one will get through the right side. That'll bring a Bennett's home. Big 2-out piece of hitting by Elliott Peter. RBI number 9, and Hope takes the lead back 5-4. 5 hits in this inning. And the offense start to open up. Demand a second. And that'll prompt a visit by Rick Espizet in his 29th season for Manchester. We've got people at the weight out on the bullpen off to our right for Manchester. And you leave him in. Demand at second, Peter at first. Brendan Collins will bat with 2 outs. Home run by Colton Kenny, his 3rd of the year, followed by an RBI single by Jace DeMann and an RBI single by Elliott Peter. Now Collins 0 for 2. 5 RBI, 171 average coming in. That one through the left side, rounding third. Play at the plate, going to be tight, not in time, is heading to home is DeMann. And a seeing eye single by Brendan Collins. That's got to make him feel good. And 4 in the book so far for the Flying Dutchman. 4 straight singles. And Hope takes the lead 6-4. Manchester with 3 in the top of the fifth. Hope has responded with 4 in their bottom half. And a chance for Carter Perry with runners at first and second. Looks at a strike. 6 base hits in the 5th inning and 10 altogether for the Flying Dutchman. Throw to second, not in time. Hope averages 9.5 hits per 9, so they've reached that mark, and 5.5 runs per game, so they'll eclipse that a little more than halfway through this game. Decent speed on the base pass for the Flying Dutchman. Tudor, long look at second. Delivers that one. Humpback liner into right center. That'll drop down for a base hit. Peter in to score. Heading to third is Collins. Will not draw a throw. And Hope College back to back to back to back to back. That's 5 singles. And Carter Perry with his 2nd RBI of the season. Check that 3rd. And that's going to be probably the end of the day for Jackson Tudor. So Tudor's day is done after 56 pitches. So our new pitcher is Brett Wathen, the senior out of Ocean, Indiana. He's a senior outfielder at times, but he will check in. And that'll be the end of the day for Jackson Tudor. Good stuff from him. Just got hit hard in the 5th inning in his 3rd start of the year. He only went 8 innings total this year. So Wathen will take over. We'll get some numbers on him. We'll get some numbers on Tudor when it's all said and done as well. So pitching change here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hope with a big inning. 5 in the 5th inning, 2 in the 1st, 7-4 their lead with 11 base hits. So Tudor will inherit 1st and 3rd base should they score. Right now, Tudor 4 2/3 innings, 11 hits, 7 runs, all earned. Has not walked anybody, struck out 2. And now Brett Wathen will take over. Breakout game offensively for the Flying Dutchman. Good to see in their home opener. Wathen, the right-hander. Thanks to Sports Information Director Alan Babbitt off to my left. Every Hope starter with a base hit in this one. So they've spread the love in the lineup. And now they will face Wathen. For Wathen, 3.86 ERA, 1-0. His 6th appearance, all in relief. This is a really good pitching staff for Manchester. 4.75 ERA. And Wathen, one of them, 14 innings pitched, 17 hits, just 6 earned runs, 8 walks in those 14 innings, 7 strikeouts. Is Wathen, power pitcher. Opponent batting average 327 against Wathen. Top of the order, Al Money. He started things off grounding out to Ritchie at third, and now he bats for the second time in the 5th inning. 7 hits in this 5th inning, 5 runs, 5 straight singles have brought home 3 runs. As Money looks at a pitch on the inside corner. Runners at the corner, Collins at third, Perry at first. 7-4 our score. Fastball. Shortstop Fields bobbles, touches second on a diving effort. Great play by Kaler. And Hope's inning is over, but not before they strike for 5. We head to the top of the 6th. Hope College with the lead 7-4. Hope Sports Network, your home for Hope College sports. We'll be right back.
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
Big inning for the Flying Dutchman, 5 spot in the 5th, and they take the lead 7-4. And like we mentioned in the previous half inning, it's been spread around nicely in the starting 9. Everybody with a base hit. Bottom 6 in the lineup, all with RBIs. Colton Kinney's 3rd home run of the year back in the 5th inning. Provided the first run. As Hope's 3rd pitcher of the day on the mound. Nick Bender, the junior out of Caledonia. Aaron Price started, gave up just 1 earned run and 2 1/3. Steve Jorgens came in after him. Jorgens went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 3 runs, none of them earned, did not walk a batter, and struck out 3. So a good outing for Jorgens, the freshman. And now Bender with the 7-4 lead as we head to the 6th inning. Check swing for a strike. Vian Mariani, 0 for 2, the second baseman. Fine .364 average. On the slants from Bender. Bender with that big, tall frame, big, deliberate delivery. Mariana out of South Bend, Indiana, John Adams High School. He's a senior, crowding the plate, active bat over the right shoulder. That one lifted into center field. Coming on is Demand. Nice catch right at the grass line. Cool as can be, picks it off the turf. Well hit by Mariani. 1 up and 1 down. That's 3 Well hit balls by Mariani with nothing to show for it. Bring up Bo Kaler, 0 for 2 with a strikeout in the fourth and a pop-up into shallow center field back in the second. 4 hits for Manchester. One in the third for Manchester, 3 in the fifth, 2 in the first for Hope, 5 in the fifth. There's a strike at the buckle for Ben Kaler. Shortstop today. That one well hit into right field. That one is foul just on the other side of the chalk line. That would have been trouble. Just a long strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the 6th. We'll bring baseball to you this Friday starting at 4 o'clock with the first pitch as Hope takes on Trine in their first MIAA conference game. Then they'll be at Trine on Saturday for the doubleheader, and then we'll be home next week against Kalamazoo and Alma. We get into the meat of the conference play. Slider high and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pop-up, right side. Collins, right fielder, takes charge, makes the grab for out number 2, and that'll leave it up to the third baseman, Owen Ritchie. For the 6-7 Bender, third pitcher of the day for the Flying Dutchman. First pitch inside. His last outing was against Wisconsin Stevens Point back on the 18th. Went 4 innings, did not allow a hit, 3 earned runs, what got him into trouble with 6 walks in that 4 innings of play. But he took the win in that game. There's a nice curve on the inside edge. Taking all the way is Ritchie, 0 for 2. Bender looking sharp early on. Swing and a miss. Went up the ladder. Chasing is Ritchie. 4 straight outs by Bender since he took over. Hope with a 7-4 lead. They'll come to bat when we come back on the Hope Sports Network.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget Louis the Lightkeeper to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
Hope in control, and they'll bat in the bottom of the 6th inning here at Bowie Stadium. We've had steady wind all day. Good look at our America's flag and the Hope College flag right over the scoreboard in left center. We were talking before the broadcast. I was talking with Alan Babbitt, Sports Information Director, about just the condition of the field this time of year. We had snow yesterday. That's right, we had pretty good accumulation. And it really hasn't warmed up that much, but the snow is gone. We had rain on Sunday. The field is green. It just looks in fantastic mid-shape form, would you say, Ellen? That's a good description. Grounds crew are amazing. Wathen on the mound took over for Jackson Tudor, and now Hope trying to pad the lead as he will work the heart of the order. Colton Kinney hit an absolute laser beam to straightaway center for his third long ball of the year. Just a double away from the cycle. 3 for 3, single, triple, and a home run. Boy, you get a D1 transfer to D3. That's some incredible potential and talent that Colton Kinney has delivered. Product of Birmingham Seaholm High School. Fastball well hit over the reach of the second baseman Mariani. That'll get down for a base hit. Another good bit of contact hitting by Kinney, coming in at all cylinders. Kenny now with 11 RBIs in his last 6 games with that home run back in the 5th and a perfect 4-for-4 day. Leadoff single. Cade Seabaugh at the plate. 12 hits now for the Flying Dutchman. Seabaugh stares at a strike. Well, we got celebrity status in the press box today. Tim Schoonveld, athletic director, off to my left. I hope I don't owe him any money. I'm good for it, honest. Fall off to the left side. I think Tim's cloned, to be honest with you. He's everywhere. You see Tim, you'll see Peter Sturzman, the head coach, Tom Davilar, assistant coach for Hope Basketball, does the PA here. So Jada Garner's here from the Hope women's basketball team. Ground ball left side. By the way, congratulations, Jada Garner. Was it All-Region Award? How about that? The fine senior. Good stuff. One out, or nobody out, one on for Hope. They lead 7-4. The 5-run 5th inning. High chopper over the first baseman's head. Seeing eye single. Heading to third is Kinney. He will not draw a throw as Seabaugh found the seam with a big high bounce over Kennedy at first. Back-to-back singles. So for the last 10 bats for the Flying Dutchman, 8 have been base hits. Puts runners at the corner. We'll see what Ben Stratman, the cleanup hitter, can do. RBI single in the first, hit by a pitch in the third, struck out swinging in the 5th, officially 1 for 2. 5 RBI for Stratman, 4.52 average for the senior catcher. Became the everyday starting catcher this year. Started out with a bang, 7-game hitting streak to start the season. 11 for 21. And Kinney's out. Colton Kinney advanced to third on the single by Seabaugh, but he's out, and we're not sure what the reason is. Our theory is he missed second base. So 1 out, 1 on. Break for the Spartans as Stratman takes some inside cheese for ball 1. Tough break for the Flying Dutchman. Had something going with nobody out as Kinney strides to the dugout. Fastball, right side, base hit. Stopping at second. That one hit so hard that Seabaugh had no chance to take third. So Stratman's second hit of the day. Puts runners at first and second. 1 gone for Corbin Bennett. Boy, that out by Kinney looms huge right now. That would have scored him. 1 out, 2 on for Corbin Bennett. Another good-looking freshman on this squad out of Jenison High School, former Wildcat. OK Red represented with Nick Bender out of Caledonia. And Jenison. Righty on righty. Slider away. 14 hits now by the Dutch. One of their better efforts offensively on the year. Well, they say hitting's contagious. Certainly has been the case. 9 of the last 11 batters have reached base. It's been good to see.
15 is the season high versus the win over 20th ranked Rhodes.
Alan Babbitt just informed me a nice tidbit. 15 hits was the season high in a win over number 20th ranked Rhodes. As another base hit, Bennett drives one to the right side. 1 run in as Seabaugh scores. Stratman races to third. And another RBI for Bennett. He's got 2 on the day, give him 14 for the season. And Hope now has doubled up Manchester 8-4. The hitting continues. Still only 1 out. 4 straight singles by the Flying Dutchman in solid contact. Other than Seabaugh's high chopper, everything's been hit sharply. Center fielder Jace DeMann, he's been a busy cat in center field. Nice putouts by him. He's reached base twice on an error and a single. Scored a run back on that 5-run fifth. Now a chance to add to the lead. 6 runs on the last 2 innings for the Flying Dutchman. They batted around in the 5th. Wathan delivers. Strike called. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Fastball fouled out of play right side. Back screen shadows creeping up on the circle around the batter's box at the 4:45 hour here on the Lake Shore. Wind continues to be quite steady. It's been steady all game. Wathan fastball up the ladder. Makes it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Stratman at third. Bennett's at first. 11 hits in the last 1 1/3 inning for the Flying Dutchman. Runner goes, chopper right in front of the mound, fielded by Gleason, throw to first is his only play. Bennett's was off on the pitch. Putout goes 2-3. See what the second baseman, Elliot Peter, can do. Delivered back in the 5th inning, RBI single. The third of 5 straight singles in that 5-run 5th. Sacrifice back in the 4th, officially 1 for 2. Raised his average over 300 on the year. Ground ball, Mariani backs up. Easy toss, and the inning is over. Flying Dutchman add another run. They lead 8-4 over the Spartans. Top of the 7th, Spartans will come to bat when we come back on the Hope Sports Network.
Holland BPW is proud to support Hope Athletics and commitment to energy efficiency. It's easy for Holland BPW electric customers to get started with Home Energy 101 at hollandenergyfund.com. With Home Energy 101, learn the best ways to maximize efficiency and save on your utility bills. You also get a kit of energy-saving supplies valued at up to $300. Get started at hollandenergyfund.com today.
Hope students are challenged to dig deeper. They're challenged to find their calling and shape their future. They're taught to empower their talents, chase their dreams, and encouraged to make a difference. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
Nick Bender on the mound to start the 7th inning. Came on in relief for Hope as he will face the Manchester Spartans. Some nice numbers for the Hope College Flying Dutchman offense. The 7th multi-hit game of the year for Colton Kinney, the freshman for Hope, of his rookie campaign. 4-hit game for him is a career high. He had 3 in the season opener, but he has eclipsed that. And then the 3rd multi-hit game of the season for Ben Stratman and Cade Seabaugh. So Hope has broken things open with some great offense today. 15 hits is tied a season high. Glad to have you along on this Tuesday. We'll be back at it Friday. Forecast calls for a little bit warmer skies on Friday with a high of 54 here on the Lakeshore. It might be a little more chance of rain, but we'll certainly take the warmer temperatures. Game time temp was 38 degrees with 15-mile-an-hour winds, gust to 25, and it has lived up to those numbers. That ball well hit. Backhanded stop by Money. 360 swirl, throw to first. Got him. Holy smacks. Money did a complete pirouette and gunned down the batter as Cobb is out on a fine play by Money. Put that in his resume. How about that? Al Money, well done. Slow breaker up and over for Dirkman. 313 average coming in. Was hit by a pitch and scored in the 3-run fifth inning. A lot of activity for both teams in that fifth. We saw 8 runs between the two as that one fouled back. Bender's been sharp in relief for the Flying Dutchman. That one chop foul, little nubber. So Dirkman stays alive. 1 2/3 for Nick Bender after taking over for Jorgens. Is not allowed a hit. In fact, he's not allowed a base runner. No walks, 1 strikeout. Aaron Price started, went 2 2/3, gave up just 2 hits and 1 earned run. And then Steve Jorgens, 2 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, but none of them earned as he struck out 3. So really, you look at it collectively, this has been a fine pitching performance by the Flying Dutchman today. That one hit well, but out of play right side. Gavin Gleason on deck for the Spartans. Spartans with a nice record at 10-7 coming into today's play. That one in the dirt, backhanded stop by Stratman. They split the last 4. They split a series doubleheader against Transylvania at Transylvania back on the 23rd. Split 2 with Anderson. But before that had won 5 straight, including 3 of those over 2 MIAA opponents. 2 against Trina, 1 against Calvin. That one well hit. And the broadcaster cursed, sorry, Nick, puts Dirkman on first with a 1-out base hit. First base runner off Bender on the day. In the top of the order, Gavin Gleason, the catcher. He's been on base twice, a walk and a stolen base in the first. He was stranded there, and then a single and a run scored. Struck out looking his last time up. Swing and a miss. Gleason swings through. We talked about that 5-game win streak by Manchester. 2 against DePaul, 2 against Trine, 1 against Calvin. In 2 of those games, they had 21 and 20 hits respectively. We talked about the offense. They average over 7 runs per 9. Pretty fair pitching staff. They've had some struggles today. Gavin swinging a miss, throw down to second, gets away from the glove of the second baseman, Peter, but not advancing is Dirkman, as he'll get the stolen base. Hope has been a team that opponents have been able to run on. Opponents successful 45 of 51 times coming into this game. Runner in scoring position with 1 out. In the heart of the lineup, Gleason lead off. Upright stance. Lofts one right side. Seabaugh first gives chase, but that'll reach out of play. For Dirkman, his 8th stolen base of the season leads the Spartans in that category. Spartans 35 of 44 for 79% coming in, so they pretty ambitious on the base paths. And Dirkman good wheels at second. 8-4 our score. We're in the top of the 7th. Peter dancing towards second defensively for Hope. Little flare of the bat going back is Collins. Trouble. That one off the wall. Late start at second by Dirkman. He's going to head home, and he will not draw a throw. That one just got up in the air. Collins really had no chance as the ball just carried. And an RBI double by Gavin Gleason has cut the lead to 8-5. So Dirkman in to score. That's where the wind's blowing, right out to right field. For Gleason, double number 7, most on the Spartans club this year. And Horner at the plate. Max Horner, the left fielder, .391 average. Sweeping curve, misses inside. 5 runs now for Manchester on 6 hits. Tying run on the on-deck circle, that's Joel Kennedy. Still only 1 out in this 7th. That's a wild pitch by Bender. Strapman had no chance, bounced 3 feet in front of him. Now some quick words as Bender was cruising, had retired the first 5 batters that he faced, and then a single by Dirkman and a double by Gleason has driven in a run. Got a right-hander in the bullpen for the Flying Dutchman. Bender, the 3rd pitcher that has been used for Hope so far today. Runner at 3rd, 1 out. Horner at the plate. Fastball over but high. Makes the count 3-0. We'll see if Horner gets the green light. 11 RBIs, got a home run. That one strike called. Horner with the first base lean, but home plate umpire Kevin McNeese had other plans. 3 balls and 1 strike. There's a fastball outside. Horner draws the walk. Runners at the corner. One of the best hitters, numbers-wise, that we have seen, really the last couple of seasons, Joel Kennedy. Doubled back in the 5th inning, drove in a run. 14 RBIs, 4 home runs, and a .449 average coming in. 1 for 3 today. And a chance with runners at 1st and 3rd. Leads back from an inside curveball. Five runs for Manchester, only 2 earned. Double play depth for Hope in the middle of the infield. Curveball. Over but high. 2 balls and no strikes. I mean, you want to be careful with Kennedy, but you got a 400 batting average of .422 for Rocco Haynes standing on the on-deck circle. This is a tough 5 in the lineup to start things for Manchester if you're a Hope pitcher. Fastball in the air on the infield. Peter drifts to his right, and he lost it in the sun and the wind. Throw to second. Out at second is Horner. So the putout goes 9-6 at second. A big break for the Flying Dutchman. Gleason had to stay at 3rd. That was just a tough play for Peter, battling the sun and the wind. But the second out for Hope in this 7th inning, they'll leave it up to Rocco Haynes. Haynes has been pretty quiet today, 0 for 3. Nobody with more RBI than him. As that one well hit, that one is troubled. Demand goes back. And that one off the wall. That'll bring in 1. Kennedy stops at 3rd, checking into 2nd as Haynes. Another double for Manchester. RBI number 21 for Haynes, and just like that, it's an 8-6 game. Well, the Manchester offense starting to show their teeth. That'll bring up Mariani. Vian Mariani, second baseman. Third double of the day for Manchester. And we're going to get a pitching change. Nick Bender's day is over. He was cruising 5 straight, retired, and then ran into the Manchester buzzsaw. We'll get some numbers on the new pitcher. While we wait for that, we'll see what's going on in Angola, Indiana, a team that we will see Friday, the Trine University Thunder hosting Ohio Northern. And right now, through the top of the 5th, 3 early runs by Ohio Northern. They had 3 in the first, and that's been it. It's been a defensive and or a pitching performance for both teams. Both teams with just 2 hits, but Northern leads Trine 3-zip in the 5th. New pitcher, number 21, Avery McCune, out of Ann Arbor Pioneer, same high school as catcher Ben Stratman. So the Pioneer battery, even though they're 3 years apart, and McCune, the hard-throwing right-hander, takes over. Nick Bender's day is done. 4th pitcher of the day for Hope. So Manchester, with 2 runs in the 7th, has cut the lead in half. It's 8-6. Avery McCune. Well, as part of the freshman initiation for Hope College, Avery McCune, his walk-up song as he enters the mound is by Wham. And good thing you only have to go through this one season in your career. So McCune comes in, 0-1 with the 12 ERA. His second appearance of the year. 5 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 3 innings of work. So just the second outing by McCune on the years. He'll pitch from the stretch, runner at second and third. 8-6 our score. Big, hard slider. And Mariani stares at a strike. 6'4", 180 freshman, Avery McCune. Pitched 3 innings in the win over Stevens Point. That one off Stratman. Good chase down by Stratman. Runners stay where they're at. McCune took, check that was a loss against Stevens Point. McCune took the loss in that game. His only 3 innings of the year, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, couple strikeouts, gave up a home run and a double in that loss. Now with a chance to shut the door on Manchester here in the 7th as that one fouled away, fought off. Mariani on the day 0 for 3, 2 hard lineouts to the center fielder DeMann. Came in with a .364 average. Manchester can tie it up with a base hit. That one well hit but foul right side. Fair speed at second for Haynes. Kennedy at third. Fastball, dribbler in front of the mound, trouble. McCune throws wildly off the glove of Seabaugh, 2 runs in, and we've got a tie ball game. McCune had time, and that is going to be a throwing error on the pitcher McCune, the freshman. And 2 runs in. 4 runs in total for Manchester in this 7th inning. 8-8 our score, both unearned. That's a tough one. Grounder to short, force at second. Inning is over, but the damage is done. Manchester scores 4. We've got a tie ball game as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll be right back on the Hope Sports Network.
Our students act as beacons of hope for their community. They lead with courage, conviction, patience, and strength. They're ready to change the world.
New pitcher for Manchester. Number 47, Andrew McCrae out of Carmel, Indiana, Carmel High School. He's a senior, and he will take over. 4th pitcher used for Manchester as he takes over for Wathen. Check that 3rd pitcher for Manchester in this 8-8 score. If you just joined us, Hope with 2 in the 1st. Manchester responded by 1 in the 3rd, then 3 in the 5th to make it a 4-2 lead for the Spartans. Hope came back with 5 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and then that 4th spot by the Spartans back in the 7th, top of the inning. And Brendan Collins will lead things off. 8-9-1 in the lineup to face McCrae. 3rd outing in the year for McCrae. No record, 5.40 ERA. Just 1 2/3 innings on the year for McCrae. 1 hit, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. As a pitch from the stretch. Slider outside for Collins. He had a big RBI single in the 5-run 5th. Officially 1 for 3. 8-7-1 for Manchester. 8-15-3 for Hope. That one popped up left side. Trouble! And it'll drop into left center. In the Bermuda Triangle of left center field, a diving effort by Horner. Couldn't come up with it. Another wind-aided pop fly. It's going to be a single for Collins. He's had a 2-hit day. Season high 16 base hits for the Flying Dutchman in this one. Nobody out for Carter Perry. He had his 3rd RBI of the year with an RBI single back in the 5th as he shows bunt, pulls away. Al Money on deck, top of the order on deck for the Flying Dutchman. Second multi-hit game for Brendan Collins this year as he draws a throw. Decent wheels at first, too. Collins with a modest lead. Boy, I don't think Manchester liked the bench liked the call of that one. That was over but low. Collins, no steals on the year as of yet. 2 balls, no strikes. That one in the air, foul right side. Carter Perry making his 7th start of the year, just a freshman. A lot of newbies on this lineup for Hope College this year. 5-13 coming in. 5 starters return from last year's 22-20 team. Bunt attempt, right side. Nice play. As a putout goes Kennedy to the pitcher, and Perry does his job. Gets Collins to second. Sacrifice works to perfection. And a nice play by the freshman. Puts runners in scoring position as he gets some fist bumps from his teammates. Top of the order, Al Money. Lead run at second with 1 gone. One for 4 for Money with a run scored today. Collins not really challenged at second as that one off the shin of Money. That one foul out of play. Money, the Midland High School product. Senior third baseman made a really nice play. One of the finest we've ever seen, inning or two ago. Backhanded stop, 360 and a throw to cut down the base runner at first. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 gone, runner at second. Little wave of the gold bat by Money. That one fouled straight back. He's got 10 RBI on the year. Everyone in the lineup for Hope with a base hit today. We've had several multi-hit games. Kinney 4 for 4. Seabaugh, Stratman, Bennett, and Collins all with 2-hit games. Bennett's with 2 RBI in this game. We're 8-8 here in the bottom of the 7th. Money chasing. Good slider in the dirt. Makes the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's been an adventure in the outfield today with the wind and the sun. It's hampered both teams. 4 errors in the game. Swing and a miss. Good pitch up the ladder. And Money chases. Big strikeout for Manchester. 2 gone. And that'll leave it up to Colton Kinney, who's been a tough out to say the least in this one. Collins wants to come home from second. 2 gone for Kinney. Single, triple, and a home run in this one as he stares at a strike. Freshman transfer. Wearing the gray cleats today. Mariani covering second. Now dances off, gets to a normal position. Swing and a miss. Good off speed. Kinney chases. McGarry showing a good slider. Just his 2nd appearance of the year. Gets a nod from Gleason, trying to protect the plate on the 0-2. Into the air into center field, giving chase is Dirkman. Still going back. That one off the wall. Into score, heading into second is Colton Kinney, and the cycle is complete for the freshman. I didn't think it had a chance, but got into right center field wind and just kept carrying, and Dirkman ran out of space. 2nd RBI of the day for Kinney.
Seabaugh, he's the 6th Hope hitter since 2003 to have 5 hits, and the 1st since Evan Mayday in 2022 versus Johns Hopkins.
So Colton Kinney, 6th player since 2003 with a 5-hit game, and the first since 2022. And Evan Mayday had a 5-hit game against John Hopkins. Now backing away, Cade Seabaugh. We don't see the cycle too often, and Kinney does it. 2 singles, a double, a triple, and a home run, 2 RBI. Pretty fair effort for the freshman. And more importantly, gives Hope the lead, 9-8, as Collins comes in to score. Kinney now with 14 RBI. Seabaugh with back-to-back singles and runs scored in his last 2 at bat. 2 for 4 officially for Cade, the Missouri product. Money and Seabaugh, the only, oh, they're putting him on intentionally, so Seabaugh will be intentionally walked. Money and Seabaugh, the only Hope players without an RBI today. Puts runners at first and second for Ben Stratman. 2 for 3 for Stratman. Trying to add to the lead. Swing and a miss as he takes a mighty cut. 12th game for Stratman. He's had base hits in 11 of his 12 games this year. Came in at .452 with the batting average. Fastball over but low. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 gone. 1 run in. 9-8 our score. Hope has scored runs in the last 3 innings. As the wind continues to blow to right field. That one hit right side, out of play. Not great wheels on the base pass for Hope. Kinney at second, Seabaugh at first. Extra base hit might get them home. As Stratman digs in. Grounder, left side. Throw to second, not in time. Shortstop Kaler watched the ball go past the third baseman Ritchie. Late throw to second, and Seabaugh with some decent wheels to get into second as Stratman reaches on a fielder's choice, and the bases are full of Flying Dutchman for Corbin Bennett. Everybody's safe. Just enough of a slow roller to the left side. So long talk on the mound by the battery crew, pitcher and the catcher, and Rick Esposette. 674 wins in his career. He's been around a long time, 29 years. Talk is over. 2 outs. And all with 2 outs. A double by Kinney drove home a run. Intentional walk to Cade Seabaugh, and a fielder choice by Ben Stratman sets the table for Bennett, who's had a 2 RBI day. Sacrifice, 2 singles. Now a chance to add to the 9-8 lead. Fly ball right center. Trouble. Deep. That one is gone. Over the fence. Grand salami by Corbin Bennett. You knew that one was trouble. As Bennett's with his 2nd home run of the year. As he got it over the 355 sign in right center field. And that one breaks the game open. 13-8 our score. Been quite the day. We've had Hope player hit for the cycle, a grand slam. 17 runs scored in 2 innings. Thank you, Alan. I was told there'd be no math. Alan Babbitt with some nice information off to my left. Always appreciate his help. Hope with their best offensive performance of the year. 18 base hits a season high, 13 runs. My goodness. Hope with 11 runs in the last 3 innings. Base is empty for Jace DeMann. By the way, Corbin Bennett's with a 6 RBI day. And DeMann will take first base. With 2 outs, Peter at the bat, so Hope for the second time in this game will bat around the entire lineup. With Hope up by 5, we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Now it goes through the legs of Gleason. It's going to be a pass ball on Gleason after deliberate conversation by the scoring crew to our left. So DeMann takes second base on the pass ball. That one sails over the head of Peter. Peter with an RBI single on the day.
Bennett is the 11th since 2003 with at least 6 RBIs in a game.
Well, once again, thanks to Alan Babbitt, the 11th Hope player since 2003 with a 6 RBI game. So that shows you what kind of rare air that performance is. For Corbin Bennett, 3-hit day, 6 RBI, 2 singles, and a home run. Fastball strike.
I love stories that I don't have to worry about play-by-play. Give me something fun to write about.
Outside with another heater. 5 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, 5 now in the 7th. And all the runs came with 2 outs. Incredible. Right side, Kennedy, the first baseman, gives chase. That'll be out of play.
Most RBIs in a game is 8 since 2003.
So also getting some good info. The most RBI in a game individual player, Alan, is that 8 RBI in one game. My notes, Corbin Bennett's had a 5 RBI game at Franklin on March 8th. So you tack that onto a 6 RBI game today. So 11 of his 18 RBI have come in 2 games. That's incredible. As Peter gets plucked. And Hope once again will bat around as Brendan Collins, who started everything probably about 45 minutes ago, will bat for the second time. He singled and scored. Hope up 13-8. So McGray has given up 5 earned runs in his two-thirds of an inning. That one in the air, left field going back is Horner, turns faces and makes the grab as he lands on his backside. The inning is over, but not before Hope. With 5 more runs, they break up the tie open, and they lead 13-8 as we head to the top of the 8th. We'll be right back on the Hope Sports Network.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
Looks like we have, is that a new pitcher on the mound I see? Oh, Avery McCune comes back for his first full inning of work, the freshman out of Ann Arbor Pioneer, taking over for Nick Bender. Bender, final line, the third pitcher for the Flying Dutchman today. 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, a walk and a strikeout. I think, trying to figure out who the winning pitcher would be if Hope should, either Bender or McCune, that's for sure. So we're assuming McCune would be the winning pitcher. Assuming we got 2 innings potentially left, or inning and a half at the most, if Hope can close it out. We're in the top of the 8th. We'll worry about that later. There's a strike. Owen Ritchie, 0 for 3. Trying to come back from a 5-run deficit. They came back from an 8-4 deficit with a 5-run inning of their own. Majority of Hope's of Manchester's damage have come in the top of the order. As that went inside, and Ritchie will take first base. Got hit on the jersey. Right fielder Mitchell Cobb steps to the plate. Cobb from Pendleton, Indiana. Hope looking to turn a double play. We have not seen one today. Fouled straight back. So back to the conversation. 6 hits in the top 4 of the lineup for Manchester, and then Cobb and Dirkman with a couple of hits. McCune with a hard slider in the dirt. Good stop by Stratman. Eight runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Manchester. 13 runs, 18 hits, 3 error for the Flying Dutchman. Trying to close it out. We're in the top of the 8th. Another one in the dirt. Good slider by McEwen. As far as the break, just at times having trouble getting it over. Two Ann Arbor Pioneer High School grads, the pitcher and the catcher for Hope. Stratman the senior, McCune the freshman. By the way, 13 runs for Hope season high. They had 12 at Franklin in the win on March 8th and 10 against Penn State Altoona in the win on the 15th of March. Third time they've been in double figures in runs scored this year. Obviously, we talked about the 18 hits, a season high for them. Short lead at first for Ritchie. Ground ball left side, diving effort by Perry, won't get it. Spartans refuse to die. Runners at first and second, nobody out for Michael Dirkman. Batting ninth in the order, but he's got some good weapons. Comes in with a .313 average. Two runs scored, single and a hit by pitch. On deck is Gavin Gleason. We talked about how tough this top of the order for Manchester has been, but love to turn a double play, at least get the out here, or the lead base runner. All the RBIs have come in the top 4 of the lineup for the Spartans. There's a strike. It's been a generous strike zone around the belt in the upper aspect of the strike zone. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike, nobody out, runners at first and second. There's another slider in the dirt. Money close to the bag at third. Seaball playing off the runner at first. Fly ball lifted into center field. Demand going back, still drifting back. That one is trouble, and that one is off the wall. That is going to be one of the longest singles you will ever see. Stopping at third is Ritchie. He had to hesitate. Thought Demand would have a play at third. I thought it was going over the fence. Came awful close. And we've got some activity in the bullpen, and we might be getting another pitching change. As the bases are loaded, nobody out for Manchester in the top of the lineup, as Gavin Gleason will wait. Well, quick warm-up, by the way. Not really ready for a pitching replacement yet, as a right-hander warming up off to our left. So Ryan Doro just calling a meeting on the mound to give the bullpen some time, as McCune will have to battle through this. Challenging spot for the freshman pitcher. Two singles after a hit batsman. Nobody out. 13-8 lead does not seem terribly safe at the moment with nobody gone. And the base is full of Spartans here in the top half of the inning. Fastball, right side. Collins drifting towards the foul line. Reaches up and makes a grab in foul territory. And tagging up and scoring is Ritchie with ease from third, as Gleason, with his second straight RBI, brings the run home on a sacrifice fly. Cobb moves from second to third. One gone for Horner. Horner 1 for 3. RBI double in the third. One of 3 doubles on the day for Manchester. Tough out. 391 average. This is a tough part of the lineup. Runner at first, heading to second, will not draw a throw. Dirkman in with ease. Second stolen base of the day for him. Hit could bring in 2. 13-9 our score. McEwen just blowing at his pitching hand, just trying to get some touch. It's a tough day to throw a curve or a slider off speed, like we said, with the cold and the wind. Normal depth and spots for the infield for Hope. That one well hit. Trouble down the line. 1 run in. That'll bring home 2. Heading to second with this slide safe and kind of a stutter slide, as the tag was applied by Peter. And Horner's second double of the day drives home a pair. 3 RBI day for the left fielder, Max Horner. That was an odd slide. It's like his cleat got caught, and that'll be the end of the day for McEwen. Fifth pitcher of the day for the Flying Dutchman. 13-11 our score. Still only 1 out, and Joel Kennedy will face the new pitcher. Josiah Long, the freshman out of Newaygo, former Newaygo Lion, will take over. 2 saves on the year for Long, the freshman. Credit the Spartans. They were down, and they have come back with 3 runs. They were down 8-4, took the lead 9-8. Hope came back, and now Manchester with the tying run at the plate. We were talking about the freshmen on this ball club for Hope College. A lot of freshman pitchers on the roster this year. So Long will face Joel Kennedy, all-conference in the HCAC last year. 8 home runs last year, 4 home runs already this year. Has an RBI double on the day. For Long, no record. We talked about the 2 saves. ERA of 12, 6 hits and 8 earned runs in 6 innings of work. He struck out 6 in those 6 innings. Horner at second. 1 out. We're in the 8th. Line drive. That'll get down for a base hit. 1 hop for Collins. Stopping at third is Horner. As Kennedy, with his second hit of the day, puts runners at the corner. 1 out for Rocco Haynes. Last outing for Long was back on the 19th of March against Illinois Tech in the loss. Pitched an inning, rough outing for the freshman. 3 hits, 6 runs, only 4 earned. As Hope fell to Illinois Tech. No decision for Long in that one. Haynes just reaches out and taps one out of play right side. RBI double back in the second by Haynes. Officially 1 for 4. 5 players for Manchester now with multi-hit games, including the top 3 in the lineup, Gleason, Horner, and Kennedy. Fly ball, left center field. Demand gives it a run, can't catch up with it. 1 run in. Stopping at third is Kennedy. Horner scores. That was a tough one, tough play. As Bennett's and Demand both tried to chase that one down. The double by Haynes, his second of the day, and second RBI. Made it a 13-12 game. Vian Mariani looking for his first base hit of the day. Tying run at third. Still only 1 out. Slider in for a strike. It's been a long couple innings here at Bowie Stadium. Wind continues to blow. It's been steady all day out to right center field. Pop up. Peter shielding his eyes in shallow right makes the play. Kennedy won't score. Check that. Now he's racing for home as a throw went to third. Big time error by the Hope defense. Kennedy was a third of the way down the line, and Peter fired it to third. Tough play. We got a tie ball game. You got to gauge the runner. Kennedy, not a fast runner at all, and smart base runner actually by Kennedy. Got to give him credit. Does Mariani get credit for the RBI? That's what I want to know. We'll put. Okay, we put Allen on the spot. I think the rationale is the fact that Kennedy left after the pop-up was over. That Mariani does not get credit for the RBI. Kaler at the plate, 2 outs, tie ball game, 5 in. So 4 in the 7th, 5 in the 8th for Manchester, and the offense shows its teeth here in the late part of the ball game. Stratman gives chase. That one will reach the seats. from Trine University. Ohio Northern has stretched their lead. They lead 7-0 over Trine, a team Hope will face on Friday. Money fires, throws, and the long inning is over, but not before Manchester ties up the game. 13-all in the second quarter, using a football term. We go to the bottom of the 8th in a 13-13 tie.
Hope students come from diverse backgrounds, ready to create an environment where truth is sought, all voices are amplified, and challenges are met with determination and confidence. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
My name is Megan Bigelow, and during my time there, I was on the Hope women's soccer team. I decided to choose Hope because of the opportunity to be involved in multiple things. I didn't want to go somewhere where I was just a number in the field. I was able to double major, experience both a business academic load as well as economics. I loved the opportunity to really get to know my professors. Hope exceeded my expectations.
I'm Nate Bauman. As an invested community partner, we're proud to help share Hope's stories of transformational impact.
Our students act as beacons of hope for their community. They lead with courage, conviction, patience, and strength. They're ready to change the world.
Well, if you like offense certainly showed up for both teams after a really fast first 3 or 4 innings. Both offenses really attacked the pitching of the opposition in this one, and Manchester, with 9 runs in the last 2 innings, have tied up the ball game. A new pitcher for Manchester, Jake McGrath, a junior out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Fort Wayne Carroll, and former teammate of Michael Dirkman out of Fort Wayne Carroll. As Carter Perry will lead things off. 9-1-2 in the lineup. We'll get some numbers for McGrath in a moment. Takes over for McGray. McGray gave up 5 earned runs in 1 inning of work. Jackson Tudor went 4 2/3 for Manchester in his 3rd start of the year. Perry, the freshman, taps one foul right side. Perry 1 for 3 today with an RBI single. 6 RBI day for Corbin Bennett for the Flying Dutchman, the left fielder. 5 hits for Colton Kinney, including hitting for the cycle. It's been impressive, but something's got to give as pitching staffs on both sides have been roughed up. For McGrath, 2nd appearance of the year. 1 inning of work is not a lot of run or a hit, so just his 2nd action of the year. There's another inside pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the freshman Perry. Getting a start at shortstop today. The payoff pitch popped up, shallow right field. Sun really playing havoc, and nice play by Cobb out on right. Had to use his throwing hand to shield himself, especially this time of the day with the sun going down. 1 up and 1 down. That'll bring up the top of the order in Al Money. 1 for 5 for the senior. Has a stolen base today and a run scored. Off speed, fouled back to the screen. 18 base hits for Hope, now 12 for Manchester. We've had 23 runs scored in the last 3.5 innings. Ground ball hit sharply to the shortstop. Kaler has it, fires to first. Nice play by the Manchester infield. Two gone for Colton Kinney. Kinney, a 5-for-5 day. Ritchie, first pitch swinging, the third baseman with a quick snag, throws it to first. Hope 3 up and 3 down for the first time since the second inning, as Kinney retired for the first time today. We go to the 9th inning in a tie ball game. We'll be right back on the Hope Sports Network.
Every day, the people of Hope College are
leading,
discovering,
believing,
dreaming,
pursuing,
serving,
innovating,
exploring,
creating,
collaborating,
questioning,
curing.
We are finding new ways to do old things.
We are challenging the status quo
and building a legacy.
We are pursuing truth.
We are solving tomorrow's problems today.
We are thinking globally.
We are faithfully hoping.
We are celebrating victories.
This day and every day.
We are strengthened by our faith.
Bound by a shared commitment to building community.
And dedicated to providing our students with a world-class liberal arts education.
Faithful.
Welcoming. Transformational.
This is Hope College.
New relief pitcher for the Flying Dutchman, Thomas Bacigalupo out of Midland Dow High School, the sophomore. So Bacigalupo on the mound. Hope has gone through the pitchers today. Yeah, one of 2 Bacigalupos on the team. Thank you, Ellen Babbitt. Brother Tyler. But Thomas on the mound at the moment. He is the 6th pitcher of the day for the Flying Dutchman. Hope had an 8-4 lead at one point back in the 6th inning. But that has long been evaporated. Trying to break the deadlock. Bottom of the order for Manchester. Ritchie, Cobb, and Dirkman. Bottom 3 of the order, by the way, for the Spartans have scored 6 runs of their 13, so they've done their share. Numbers for Bacigalupo, 9th appearance. He does have a start on the year. Hard-throwing right-hander, pours in a strike. 6.23 ERA, no record. He's gone 13 innings, 14 hits, 9 earned runs. You look at the strikeouts, 16 strikeouts in 13 innings, but 16 walks as well. Money picks one off on the 2-hopper from third, throw to first. Seabaugh with a stretch as it pops out of his mitt. Nice play by Money. Looks like it will be an error on Seabaugh at first, his 4th of the year. Leadoff runner is on here in the 8th, or in the 9th, excuse me. Pinch runner for Manchester, the graduate student out of Wabash, Indiana, Jared Holly. Outfielder, sometimes pitcher, but now putting some speed on the base pass. We'll see if Rick Esposette plays small ball, trying to advance with a sacrifice. As Cobb with a 2-hit day. Came in with a modest average, but it's contributed. Infield is in on the corner. Money expecting a bunt. Showing bunt, and that one has popped up. Got 2 right-handers warming up in the Spartan bullpen off down the right field line should Manchester take the lead. I look at their numbers, and I don't see a big save guy per se, although Arturo Casas has 2 saves. Throw down to second, not in time. That fired up the Spartan bench. You can hear them chirping all the way up here with the windows closed. Up here in the press box. 6 steals for Manchester today. Lead run in scoring position at second with nobody out. 0-2 count on Cobb. Thought about chasing, staved off that pitch. Low and away on the slider. Dirkman on deck. Top of the order coming up soon for Manchester. They've contributed 6 RBIs in the last 2 innings alone and 8 RBI altogether. In the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hope trying to snap a 4-game skid in their home opener. Swing and a miss. Now closing out the strikeout. Big out for Hope. One out, runner at second for Dirkman, the center fielder. Back-to-back singles and back-to-back stolen bases in the last 2 innings. Put himself into scoring position. And he was brought home by RBI base hits. He will bat with 1 out. Short lead. Check swing. Good backhanded stop by Stratman, the catcher. Bacialupo, the 6th pitcher used by Ryan Doro today. First base side of the rubber, long look, and he pours in a strike low. Or a ball, excuse me. Peter shading second defensively for Hope. Dirkman officially 2 for 3 today, 3 runs scored. Swing and a miss, late on the heater. One out, runner at second, 2 on the count. In the dirt, Stratman blocks it. Good play by the senior catcher. Well, been another one of those games for the Flying Dutchman. Fourth straight game they've allowed double digits in runs. Losses to Illinois Tech, Chicago, and Wisconsin lacrosse to close out Florida swing. Runner takes third, and taking first on the walk is Dirkman. Runners at the corner. 1 out for the top of the order and Gavin Gleason. He's been a bit of a wrecking ball. The catcher batting on the top of the order. 2 for 4, a couple of RBI. Walked once. 2 runs scored, couple stolen bases. Filling up the stat sheet. Gleason came in at 311. Chance to break this tie. That one in the air high, fly ball to left center field. DeMann makes the grab. Plenty deep for the run to score. So Gleason does his job. His second straight sacrifice fly brings in a run, and it's 14-13 Manchester. RBI number 3 on the day for Gleason. Give him 14. 2 gone for Max Horner and a runner at first. Hope in action this Friday and Saturday. Friday we'll have the broadcast at 4 o'clock against Trine University, first conference game of the year, and then Hope will be on the road on Saturday for 2. Runner goes, inside pitch, does not draw a throw. And Dirkman will head to second base. Spartans can pad their 1-run lead with the base hit. 2 gone in the top of the 9th. Hope will get one more crack at it in regular innings. 3 stolen bases now by Dirkman. 8 altogether for Manchester. They came in pretty good numbers in that category. 35 steals in 17 games coming in. Horner with a 3 RBI day. Big chopper foul. 2 for 4. Also on base with a walk besides those 2 hits. 9 RBI. All the official RBIs have been in the top 4 in the order. We talked about the prowess that they have. 2 400-plus hitters, a 391 and a 311 hitter in the top 4. Another walk. Bacialupo loses them. That'll bring up Joel Kennedy as we are at the approaching the 3-hour mark in this baseball game. Runners at first and second. Kennedy 2 for 5. RBI double, his RBI, and now we're going to get a pitching change. Looks like a left-hander coming in for the Flying Dutchman. 7th pitcher used today, and that will be Colin Genuise, the junior out of Allendale. So he will take over 2-out situation, runners at first and second, and Joel Kennedy at the plate. It would be a disappointing ending for the Dutchman. They were up 8-4 back in the 6th inning, and then tallied 5 in the 7th inning. But then Manchester exploded for 4 in the 7th, 5 in the 8th, and then 1 matchstick here in the 9th. Thirteen of their 14 runs were scored after the 5th inning, so they came on late. Get some numbers on Genuise, the junior, the left-hander. Well, a young pitching staff for Ryan Dorrell this year for Hope. Going to have some lumps along the way. For Collins, no wins, no losses, a 12.60 ERA and 10 innings of work. He's been busy out of the bullpen. 17 hits in those 10 innings allowed, 14 earned runs, 11 walks, and 8 strikeouts. So Kennedy at the plate. Kennedy out of Moreland, Indiana. Has a chance to add to his RBI tally. Collins delivers a strike, fastball right at the knees. Batted .356 last year with 8 home runs, and then as a freshman, 7 home runs back in 2023 with an average of .348. always with the power. Check swing outside. 81 RBIs career for Kennedy in 93 games. He has started every game as a freshman. Just natural power, big frame. Another check swing. 14-13 our score. Oh, they called it a strike. I don't think Kennedy was terribly convinced. We're at the top of the ninth inning. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Hope just trying to get out of this. Now time is called. So Genoese went after the too much time in between pitches? Okay. So that is ruled a ball. They'll make the count 2 balls and 2 strikes on Kennedy. Lefty on righty. In the dirt. Another good smother by Stratman. Boy, Stratman really earning it today defensively. Impressive stops. Senior at Ann Arbor Pioneer. Here's a full count pitch. That one into right field. That one is trouble. Collins going back. Has time at the warning track and hauls it in. Holy smacks. 325, he hauls it in at the 330 mark. Well, Manchester with a run. They got the 1-run lead. Last chance for Hope in the bottom of the ninth right after this.
Hope students come from diverse backgrounds, ready to create an environment where truth is sought. All voices are amplified.
Got some defensive replacements for Manchester here in the bottom of the ninth.
The Hope
Spartans
student
will
body
send freshman Will Jacobs wearing number 70 to first base. And Axel Cummings, the freshman out of Grand Rapids Catholic Central, will take over at third base. So Seabaugh at the plate. Good bats coming up for the Flying Dutchman. Hope trails by 1 as Seabaugh looks at the first offering from McGrath for ball 1. Ground ball right side, 1 hopper. Good play by the first baseman Jacobs. And a 2-pitch out for Seabaugh as he's retired to start the bottom of the ninth. That'll bring up Ben Stratman. Stratman 2 for 4. He has an RBI. Looks at a strike and a nice slider by McGrath. Manchester pitcher at the moment. McGrath has been solid. One and a third inning. Hasn't given up a base runner yet. He would be in line for the win, that's for sure. Swing and a miss by Stratman. Bennett's on deck. Bennett's with a 6 RBI day. Career high for him, follows this one up from a 5 RBI day against Franklin back in early March. Stratman came in at 452. That one well hit. Corkscrews it down the left field line. That'll drop in for a base hit in front of Horner. So a nice piece of hitting by Stratman. Clap of the hands by the catcher at first. 1 out single. 3-hit day for Ben Stratman. Corbin Bennett's winning run at the plate. He had a grand slam back in the 7th inning. 6 RBI day, 2 home runs, 18 RBI. RBI total leads the Flying Dutchman. Can we get a walk-off in Ryan Doro's first home game as head coach of the Flying Dutchman? As Bennett looks at a strike, he hit an absolute rocket to straightaway center, a no-doubter. 14-13 our score. 2 quick strikes on Bennett's. Freshman out of Jenison. Good-looking youngsters on this roster for Hope for sure. 0-2. Nice job staying off a high fastball. 1 out, Stratman at first. 19 hits for the Flying Dutchman, but they trail by a run. Curveball, line drive, right to the center fielder, Dirkman. Throw back to first. Not in time. Well hit by Bennett for sure, but a nice play by the center fielder. 2 outs, and that'll leave it up to Jace DeMann. Could he be DeMann today with a single and an RBI back in the 5th? 10 RBIs for Jace. That one in the dirt. Hope down to their last out. That one chopped foul right side. It's been an entertaining game. A lot of offense, some good plays defensively. Just been a war of attrition as far as who's the last man standing run-wise. 1 for 4 for DeMann with the RBI. Now time is called. Ball got away out of the bullpen. Jace DeMann, the Byron Center product. Strike right at the letters. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 gone. Stratman at first. Hope down to their last strike. Upright stance by DeMann. The 1-2. In the dirt. Good stop by Gleason, the catcher. The 1-2. Check that. 3-2, excuse me. Well, you know Stratman will be off running with the pitch. Boy, if he could just get one up in that Gulf Stream up to right center. 3-2. Down low, and he walked him. Good piece of batting by Jace DeMann. 3 straight balls, puts him at first. Moves Stratman down to second. Well, can the Zionsville, Indiana give the Manchester Spartans from Indiana a taste of their own medicine with a clutch hit here in the bottom of the 9th inning? Hope down by 1. 1 for 4 for Peter. Ground ball right side, fielded by Jacobs. Tossed to McGrath at first. and the game is over. So the Spartans come back twice, and they take the victory. They're third in 5 games, and they improve to 11-7 on the year. Disappointing loss by the Flying Dutchman as they fall to 5-14. Looking at the final lines on this one, Manchester 14 runs, 12 hits, and 1 error. Hope College 13 runs, 19 hits, and 4 error. One of the bright spots for Hope offensively, the 13 runs and the 19 hits were season high. So for Hope offensively, Colton Kinney 5 for 6, including a cycle day, single, double, triple, and a home run. 6 RBI by Corbin Bennett. He went 3 for 5. Ben Stratman went 3 for 5. Kate Seabaugh with a multi-hit game, and a Brendan Collins with a 2 for 5 game as the players and coaches shake hands. So Hope will live to fight another day. Disappointing loss, their 5th straight. But they will take on Trine University this Friday. We'll have the broadcast for you right here on the Hope Sports Network beginning at about 3:55 for that one. I want to thank everybody who checked into the broadcast today, the Manchester fans checking in as well. Congratulations to the Spartans. Favored 8th in the HCAC, but a nice offense. Saw some good things for some pitchers from them, and we'll see how they progress through the year. Hope they start their season opener Friday in the MIAA conference. Hope you can join us then. For everybody here, my thanks to Sports Information Director Alan Babbitt for his help today. Off to my left, I'm Mike Coleman saying so long. Our final score on this one, Manchester 14, Hope 13. Until next time, have a great one, everyone.
If I do it, then I'm doing it to death. Oh yeah, I'm influencing the ones that do it best. Oh yeah, start a movement with the crew. You got a few, we got a slew. We trying to do what they said that we couldn't do. Oh yeah, I ain't living with regrets. Ain't no limits, ain't no rest. They want money, power, respect. I want more, I wanna be blessed. We want the legacy. We got the hope and we bringing the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory. We want the glory. If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. Nobody gonna do it for me. Kill it every day up in the morning. It's a blessing, so I do it for the glory. Ay, the glory. Ay, the glory. Ay, you know I do it for the glory. Ay, the glory. Ay, ay, when I do it, yeah, I do it for the glory. For the real, I know how they used to feel. Now I'm here up in the field, making these moves, making these deals. I made something out of nothing. I ain't bluffing, no discussion. Look at the numbers, I've been hustling. Little rough around the edges, still I made it though. Still I just been laying low. Man, I just feel grateful though. I know where I come from, man, I ain't alone. Yeah, and I feel so blessed. Too blessed to be stressed. And I'm with the day unos. They don't ride to the death. We got the legacy. We got the hope and we bring in the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory. We